Welcome back to my channel. Today I want to talk about how to move from public accounting into private accounting. If you guys want to see more of these videos, make sure you give it a thumbs up and don't forget to hit subscribe. So without further ado, let's get started. When I was ready to leave public accounting, I updated my resume right away and I started applying online. It took some time and I finally got some responses. The position I eventually ended up taking was one that reached out to me through LinkedIn. So if you don't have a LinkedIn, I highly recommend you create a profile and keep that up to date. Start applying in advance because it takes time and the interview process also takes time too. Once you're ready, it will take a couple of weeks until you find something that you like. A lot of the time when people are on audit, they have different types of positions that they can go for. You can have a staff and accountant job, you can have a bookkeeping job, CFO. However, in tax, we're not focused so much on the book accounting. Although we have knowledge on that, we focus mostly on tax accounting. A trend that I've realized was international tax. A lot of companies, they start off as small businesses, they're usually domestic, and then eventually they start to expand into different countries. So a lot of the time when I was looking for jobs, they were either looking for stay and local tax, international tax, and some of the more specified types of tax too, like payroll tax. For those that are not in international tax, you just have to keep looking a little bit more and you will definitely find something. I was actively applying to jobs through LinkedIn, and I was also making sure my LinkedIn account had a clear professional photo, it had information that was up to date, and so all of those things I made sure I had before I looked into other fields. For the most part, you do want to have like a handful of people that can vouch for you, especially if you're looking to work in the same industry. Having those references were really pivotal in making sure that I got a job into that private firm. When I started off as a tax intern and associate, they were hiring, multiple people. So the number of chances that you can get that position is a lot higher. When you are looking for a manager position, there aren't that many out there and there are multiple people applying for just one spot. The number of spaces are limited because a lot of the time these departments are a lot smaller than for a public accounting firm where they can hire multiple people, especially if they have a higher turnover. I also wanted to talk about the number of hats that you wear when you are finally in private accounting. Because we were such a small tax team, we had to do almost everything. Payroll tax, so something that I've never done before. I had to review tax filings that were international, so for instance, France returns, Korea, Beijing. Those are type of returns that I would review. I also learned a lot about transfer pricing, something that I didn't even know of when I was working in public accounting. So although I had these multiple hats to wear, there were also opportunities for me to learn and grow. I worked with a recruiting firm and they were very helpful. They interview prepped me, they gave me some sample interview questions. So it was really great. I'm really glad that they were able to help me. And this was like a really great experience because they pretty much did a lot of that support for me and also was a liaison when it came to negotiation as well. So although it's not necessary, it definitely helped me when it came to getting out of public accounting. I also want to talk about the interview process. I know everyone has their own experience with interviews. So interviews are very different based on what company you're applying for, but for me personally, the interviews went really well. Now, I will say that this is like a great time during an interview to ask your questions and to make sure that you actually want to work there too. It goes both ways. Definitely get a feel of what type of questions that you expect they might ask you, practice those, and definitely make the interview count because they are truly trying to find someone that can fulfill those roles and responsibilities, but they also want to make sure that you're someone that they would like to work with. So make sure you do well at those and prepare ahead of time. I also want to talk about thank you emails. So thank you emails are so important. So even though I didn't have the email addresses for all of the 3 people that I interviewed with, I got it from HRs. And that's when I was able to tailor the thank you email and really send it to them right after the interview. Keep applying. Find the places that you really want to work for. Make sure you figure out what your values are and try to find a company that aligns with those values. There are opportunities out there. Trust me, I've looked at it. You just have to keep applying and make sure you're diligent in that process. So that concludes this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys want to see more of these type of videos, make sure you give this video a thumbs up and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye guys!